Celtics, Sixers, Celtics. I hate the Celtics. Celtics suck. Best rivalry in the NBA. And they play on Tuesday night in Boston, so let's talk about it. Excuse me if I look exhausted, which I am. Also, excuse me with the wet hair, and if you can't see my eyes, I just got out of the shower, my bad. I'm also recording this Monday night, right before the national championship game, so I'm trying to get this recorded quick so I can edit it during the commercial breaks. Yeah, whatever. Shut up, Philly fan. Get to it. So I will. First thing, Joel Embiid returned on Saturday and helped the team win against Karl-Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves, but then he set up Memphis Grizzlies and we got what? So that was pretty bad. What I don't like is Embiid came back for one game and then sat, and it's like, I don't want him to be like, when I wanted him to come back, I wanted him to be fully back, fully healthy, just ready to go. And I feel like this is a thing where he's got to work his way back. I don't want him to miss any more time. I don't think he will, because we have this game and then a 3-day break, and by that point he'll have probably been practicing every day and he'll have his conditioning hopefully almost all the way back to where it was. Probably not quite there, but maybe get close. I just want him to get his conditioning and work his way back. I think something to look for in this game is this is a good game for him to kind of work his way back to what he was doing before the injury. Clearly he was out of rhythm in that first game, although he still played a solid game in limited minutes. I hope he plays more minutes. The Celtics have no one on the team that can stop him when they have Mo Wagner, Tristan Thompson, Robert Williams, Taco Fall. Yeah, no one can stop him on that team. You saw what he did earlier this season. I think it was 42 and 38. It was something like that, where he destroyed him. Tice is gone, and he was probably the best matchup for him, to be honest, and he still killed him. So look for Embiid to kind of shake some of the rust off and get back into it. Another thing I want to talk about, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is so frustrating. Ben Simmons last game put up 6 shots in total, and it was a game without our best player, and it was a game in which we clearly struggled. Ben Simmons is such a confusing, frustrating player. I love Ben Simmons, don't get me wrong, I love him. I have his jersey behind me, and probably not going to show up, but whatever. I love Ben Simmons, but he needs to be more aggressive. I don't even want him to shoot the ball. I don't even care about that anymore. I did before the season. I did all the years. I don't care anymore. I don't care if you shoot the ball. I wish you would. It's not gonna happen. Whatever. I've accepted it. Just be aggressive. Be aggressive like you were before All-Star break. That's it. In this past game, there was 4 instances where he was driving to the basket like he should have been, and he gets stripped by a smaller defender that has no chance of stopping the guy. Put the ball on your opposite hip, lower your shoulder, and run right through the guy. Run right through Dylan Brooks, Grayson Allen. There was multiple times where he would not take mismatches in this game against Grayson Allen, and just someone that could not clearly couldn't stop him. And he tries to pass, and then Doc Rivers comes out and says basically calls him a facilitator. I don't know what to say with Ben Simmons, because I love the guy. I think he'll be fine and come back. I think some Sixer fans, in my opinion, are overreacting a little bit, because just a few weeks ago we were singing his praises because he was doing just what we wanted him to do. Just be that 27-7 guy. That's all I want. That's all I want. Play great defense. Just play with an energy, intensity, drive to the basket, be aggressive, get yours, get to the free throw line, do everything you can do. Side rant over. Ben Simmons, just have a better game against the Celtics, please. Next up, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris has been great all season. I don't need to say much about him. He's a 3-level scorer. He's awesome. I love Tobias Harris. Last year we were killing him. This year we love him. It's just how it is in Philadelphia. Tobias Harris needs to play well for this team to go anywhere. Tobias Harris has established himself as a closer, him and Embiid, and Tobias Harris can clearly get a shot whenever he wants, and I love the way he's playing this year. That's a lot of credit to Doc Rivers, because last year with Brett Brown, it was just, I don't even want to talk about it, but this year it's much, much better. So, good thing Tobias Harris. Hopefully Tobias Harris can continue his solid play in this game versus the Boston Celtics. Players from the Celtics, I guess we got to talk about. Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum's a great player. Clearly he's an all-star, 2-time all-star. He's a great 3-level scorer. He can do anything he wants on the court. I think he takes a lot of bad shots, in my opinion. So with Ben Simmons, because I think Ben Simmons is going to be guarding him in this game, because in my opinion, Jayson Tatum's their best player. I think most people would agree. If Ben Simmons can just force him into taking those tough shots from mid-range, We live with that. We just don't want to give him any wide open looks or easy looks at the rim. I just want Ben Simmons to kind of funnel him into that area where he's like struggling to get a shot off, so he like takes these contested mid-range shots. That's when I think Tatum struggles. That's when I think he's had his issues this year. So let's look for Ben Simmons to force him into stuff like that. Jaylen Brown's also been great this year. He's another player we have to limit on the offensive side of the ball. He's a great third-level scorer. Again, I think he scored, was it 40 that one game earlier this season against the Sixers? Yeah, I think it was. We're going to have to limit him. I don't know who you stick on him if you're going to stick Ben Simmons on Jayson Tatum. I think obviously if Jaylen Brown is killing you and Jayson Tatum's not doing much, you rotate them over. Ben Simmons can guard him. But Danny Green could maybe check him a couple possessions. Tobias Harris. You could throw Matisse at him. You could throw a bunch of different guys at him. Just give him different looks and make it difficult on him too in this game. I think one thing that we're going to have to do on the offensive side of the ball is be aggressive, move the ball, and pound the ball inside because they don't have rim protection. That's one of the Boston Celtics' biggest issues this year. They're not as good as they've been in the past. Some of their players, like Kemba Walker, for example, I think have regressed. They're just not playing as well as a team. So I think pound the ball inside is definitely the way to go on offense because they don't have any rim protection outside of like maybe Robert Williams a little bit. But he's not the greatest rim. Like, he's a good rim protector. He's not the greatest. And Embiid clearly can dominate him. He can dominate any center on that team. Let's look for that. And then continue to look for bench effort. On the Sixers team, the bench is crucial. I cannot wait to have George Hill playing. I want to see him so badly. But until then, Shake Milton is going to have to carry load on the bench. Shake Milton, Dwight Howard, Matisse Thybulle, all these guys off the bench are going to have to be great. Shake Milton's the only guy that can get his own shot off the bench. So he has to play well off the bench every night to give us like the amount of bench points, the amount of bench production that you would want, because he's basically most of the offensive production on the second unit, because he's the guy that can handle the ball, get his own shot, and score at all three levels. And then that also can create open looks for guys like Matisse and Furkan and whoever. And Dwight Howard. I love the Shake Milton, the Dwight Howard connection. That's a great connection, one of my favorites. They've been doing that all season, so look for Dwight Howard to keep up with his awesome backup center play. Good defense, blocking shots, catching lobs. We love it from Dwight Howard, hyping up the crowd, although we're away this game. So Celtics have eliminated the Sixers 2 out of the last 3 years in the playoffs. Really sad. So I want so badly for the Sixers to play the Celtics in the playoffs this year, just so we can destroy them, because I feel like it'd be great revenge just of me watching the Celtics continually just like kill us like that. So let's hope we win this game, get the season series sweep, and continue and get on a winning streak, because we're going to need to, because this is the home stretch. We need to get healthy, get all these guys back, and we have tough stretches coming up. So we'll start off with a win right here on this road trip. Start a streak. Let's go Sixers. That's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out some of my other sports content, mixes, hype videos, and sports talk, check it out on the screen right in this area. That's all I got. See you in the next video.